Hi, so here we have a Lynx Power in. Victron Energy also do a Lynx distributor, which incorporates the facility to hold fuses, etc. inside. But the cheaper way of doing this is to modify this unit, which is very easily done. All you need is these, what you see here, M8 stainless steel, 4 M8 25mm stainless steel bolts, 4 8 12 M8 stainless steel washers, 8 M8 nuts, and 4 M8 stainless steel spring washers. So all you have to do is take the two screws out here, which I've done these stop in, place this to one side, and then as you can see, inside is exactly the same as the Lynx distributor, except for the fuse holders and the other things, the circuit board there, which you don't really need. So to get so it holds the fuses, just take the 4 screws out here, 1, 2, 3 and 4. I've took these 3 out, take these out, that's these here. So I'll just zoom in a little bit. There you go. Okay, so once you've took these out, lift them up, these will click upwards, place that to one side. Then you'll see locations for 4 of the M8 25mm bolts. Just place one in each. And what I do is put a washer on each one. Just helps to spread the small amount of load. Once you've done that, place this back on. And put the 4 screws back in. You don't have to over tighten these. It just screws to hold the plastic bracket. Third screw. See, by doing it like this, you save quite a lot of money. If you don't want to buy a distributor. Check them. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so once you've done that, carefully put these back down. Okay, so what I do, put a washer on that, four, and then spin your first set of nuts on. So once you've done that, what a lot of people don't do is nip these up, but I do. Just so they're more solid, so the post, what you're creating to accept the fuse, to make it a bit more solid. Just needs nipping up. All you're doing is nipping up onto the plastic, so you don't want to go crazy. There we go. Now, once you get it into this stage, imagine you're putting a fuse across. So you've got your 8mm washer, spring washer and nut. Now, if you put a fuse across there, a lot of videos showing this, how to do this, they don't put a washer here. And if you look, if it's clear on video, can you see how it's not quite level? Might be able to show you a little bit better like that. So that should be level with the nut, but it isn't. So what I do is to put 4 washers on. Okay. And by doing that, it brings it a bit more level. Just a better contact. Here. So once you've got into this stage, all you have to do is then obviously select what fuse you're putting in. In this case, I'm putting a 250 amp in for my inverter. Put this back on. Okay. And then put your cable on. This is not the actual cable I'm going to use for my inverter. It's just to show you. So you break this tab off here. There's like a little point on this tab. There. There's one on each. They're only temporary in case you're not using a certain one. So you only break them off when you're going to use it. So in this case I'd break that off and I'd mount that on there with spring washer and a nut. In fact, you could even put another washer on there and then a spring washer. But I think that's quite suffice, to be fair. Torque it all down and that's it. And carry on with your other fuses. And then once you've done all right, just put your lid back on. And away you go. You got nice neat setup with fuses. That's your negative terminals. And then that's it. Now I bought these links power in come in a M8, which is all these are M8 and these are M8. Or it comes in an M10, which all these are M8 still, but only difference is they're M10. Now I bought a Victron isolator and that only comes in an M10. So obviously the M10 won't fit that. So what I am going to do is just drill this positive buzz bar out. A couple of mil. Just accept that M10. That bolt's on there. You take that out. That bolt's on there. If you can see it, if you can try to zoom in for you. So that'll just bolt on there. Nice and neat system. And then you bolt your other cable going to your battery cable there. And then I'm going to put a Victron shunt here, which obviously will bolt straight onto that M8 there. Should be, take this cover off. So the shunt will bolt onto that M8 there. Nice and neat system, all in one. All your buzz bars, all your fuses, positive, negative, in one complete case. So yeah, I hope that helps you. I shall put a link. Well, I'll put a description of what you need in the description. It's quite simple, really. So yeah, thank you very much.